Okay, this is for Cartesian coordinate system. The next we have to write it for cylindrical and then spherical coordinate system. Okay, spherical coordinate system. Okay, for a cylindrical coordinate system, this is 1 by rho by dou rho dou v divided by d rho. Okay, this is for spherical coordinate system. Okay, then finally for spherical. Okay, these are all the del square v function for different coordinate system. And again, please don't worry about this lengthy formula. Okay, what is important? If you are able to remember this formula, is okay. Or otherwise, once if you remember gradient function from this, you can derive this. Okay, because we are deriving this from the gradient function. Okay, see, once if you know the gradient function properly, then you can easily calculate del square v. Okay, del square v. That is the idea. Okay, or otherwise, if you are able to remember this, that this also entire things, then it is okay. Or you remember only, or otherwise you remember only this portion. This is very important. See, in a case of cylinder, the voltage will vary with respect to what? Only with respect to rho, cylindrical surface. Just now we have seen equipotential surface. Okay. Again, in case of point charge, how the potential will vary with respect to this only, with respect to this 1 by r square dou by dou r, because only you will have variation only in r cap direction. Okay, r cap direction. So only first portion is very important in any case. Okay, so this is the idea. Yes, with this I will stop this, and the next we'll see some basics regarding capacitor. Okay, and yes, so I will give you some idea about capacitors. Then we'll move to simulation if there is time. Then otherwise we will continue on tomorrow. Okay, now we will see the basics of capacitor. Okay. See, capacitor. Generally, capacitor does many operation, but okay, one of the operation is to store the energy. Okay, to store the energy. Okay, what is the job of the capacitor? To store the energy. Sometimes we used to compare the capacitor with battery. With battery like this. Okay, the first one is battery, and then second one is like capacitor, like plates. But what is the difference between these two? What is the difference between these two? See, say this also maybe your some 5 volt, it is giving say 5 volt. This also giving you the 5 volt. Okay, then what is the idea behind this? Okay, but please note down very clearly. This will give you the energy for infinite time. What is the assumption here? If battery is connected with some system, what is the meaning of that one, sir? It gives the energy for infinite duration. Gives energy, but please remember battery also drain away after some time, but circuit analysis point of view, it gives energy continuously, gives energy for infinite time. infinite amount of time. It gives energy for infinite amount of time. Whereas this gives energy for small time. It gives energy only for small period of time. Gives energy for small amount of time. How much time it is giving energy depends on how much charge is present. Okay, time, how much time it is giving energy depends on charge, total charge present, how much total charge present. Here also it depends on the charge only, but the charge will be somehow, it will be continuously replaced. Okay, because infinite time it is giving means somebody else is providing energy for this battery. Okay, somebody else is providing energy for this battery. Okay, so here also depends on the charge, but charge is getting periodically getting replaced. Okay, replaced by the another system. Okay, charge is given by actually another system. Charge is given by other system periodically. Otherwise, it cannot give for infinite amount of time. No finite element can give the energy for infinite amount of time. Somebody else is providing the energy for this battery. This is the idea. Okay, so this is some basic relationship between the battery and capacitor. Battery and capacitor. Okay, so what is the idea? Capacitor also can store the charge. Okay, can store the charge. Again, in return, it can give you the charge or voltage, but only for a finite amount of time, only for a finite amount of time. Okay, then how much time it will give the energy? It all depends on how much charge it is getting stored. How much charge is stored depends on the what is the capacitor value. Okay, what is the capacitor value? Okay, see next, the capacitor looks like this in general. Say if this is the plate, one plate, top plate, and this is the bottom plate. Okay, some again the top plate will be connected to positive of the battery, and then bottom plate will be connected to the negative of the battery in general through some resistance, some circuit. Okay, and then how much, what is the value of the capacitor actually? How they are determining the value of the capacitor? C is equal to epsilon. C is equal to epsilon A divided by D. C is equal to epsilon A divided by D. Okay. Say for example, if epsilon is constant, epsilon means what's the permittivity of the medium. Okay. What is the permittivity of the medium? If it is free space, that is epsilon naught. Okay. In general, epsilon is equal to what, sir? Epsilon naught into epsilon R. Okay. So, and please clearly note down, if epsilon is constant and D is constant, your capacitance value is directly proportional to A. That means what, sir? If you want to store more charge, your area of the plate has to be high. Okay, what is the idea from this? Okay, whenever you are discussing about something, you have to keep another thing fixed. Okay, if I am fixing epsilon is the medium value. Anyway, you cannot change that. Okay, once if you put some material, then epsilon is fixed. Okay, and D is in your hand, then we will also see what is the D. Once if you change D, what is happening? Okay, whether you are getting advantage or disadvantage, we will see it now. Okay, once if D is constant and the epsilon is constant, C is directly proportional to A, then what is this? It gives that. So you are getting more capacitance. Okay, as the area increases, the capacitance value increases. That means what? It can store more charge. Okay, what is the meaning of this? If the capacitor value is high, it can store more charge. It can store more charge. Why? How it can store more charge? Because the charge stored finally depends on how much voltage you have provided. What is the capacitance value? Okay, how much voltage? This is the voltage you provided. Okay, this is the capacitance value. It always depends on the physical dimensions of the capacitor. Okay, see here clearly they given. It depends on only physical dimensions. Okay, C, and then what is the total charge available with you? Okay, that is equal to Q into CV. But if you want to have more C, okay, if you want to have more C, okay, more C. So once for a given voltage, if your capacitance value is high, then you can store what, sir? More charge, because please remember this V is continuously it will be coming, sir. This V is fixed. It is coming from the battery. Okay, it is having infinite amount of energy. It is having infinite amount of energy. But how much you can store, it depends on your capacitor value. It depends on your capacitor value. Okay, just like that, you cannot increase the capacitance value. So once if you want to increase the capacitance value, the dimensions has to be increased. Okay, that area of the plates has to be increased. Area of the plate has to be increased. Okay, then total charge can be increased. Once if the charge available with you is more, you can operate other circuit with the help of this capacitor for a longer time. Okay, so once if Q is more, once if C is more, then it indicates that your Q is more. Okay, then what is the advantage? Once Q is more, it gives current for a long time. Once if you are having more charge stored in your system, it can give the current in return. Okay, it can give the current in return for longer time. It gives current to other system for long time. Okay, what I see, Frida sir, you are connected with some battery. Okay, how much you can store, it depends on your dimension. Okay, because I am fixing D first. Okay, if you want to store more, your physical dimension has to be more. Once if you are storing more, what is the advantage? In return, the capacitor can give the current. Okay, say this is the capacitor and this is the capacitor. Suddenly I am connecting with some bulb. Okay, I have charged the capacitor. After charging, I have removed the switch here that was present already. I have removed the switch. Okay, then what I am doing? Maybe you can assume that the current is off. Okay, the power is off. It cannot charge you. Then at the time when you are connecting some bulb, then how long it will glow? How long it will glow? It all depends on what? How much charge it is having. How much charge that particular capacitor is having. Okay, how much charge that particular capacitor is having. Okay. So this everything I am now explaining with the help of formula. Everything will do with the simulation. Everything we will do with the simulation. Okay. Now in C we have concentrated on A. Then what is the effect of D? What is the effect of D? Okay. So say this is epsilon and this is the positives. This is negative, and C is equal to the clearly given epsilon A divided by D. Say for example, if I am fixing epsilon and A, okay, if I am varying my D, what happens? Okay, varying my D. Say for example, if D is small, say for example, my plates will be like this. Okay, if D is large, my plate will be like this. Then what is actually happening? Okay, but according to the formula, if D is small, okay, if D decreases, small means I am putting decreases, C will increase. Once C increases, what will increase? Q increases. Okay, Q increases. Okay, it is looking something strange because you are decreasing the distance, but your charge is getting increased. Okay, here you see if D is increasing, C is decreasing, so charge is decreasing. Okay, here you have to understand the effect of capacitor. You have to understand the effect of capacitor. See, the capacitor effect is how easily, see that capacitance value depends on how easily you are inducing the charge in the plate. Okay, in the plate. See, if the plates are very close to each other, you can easily induce the charge. Okay, you can easily induce the charge. Again, you might have studied like this. See, actually what is happening? Generally be giving the charge to this plate, okay, to this plate by the process of induction. Okay, by the process of induction, what will happen? As it is a plus charge is there, automatically minus charge is getting developed. Okay, automatically in reality you will have any one of the charge, either plus charge or minus charge. Okay, so what is happening? Only plus charge you are providing. Okay, only plus charge you are providing by means of induction. By means of induction, automatically negative charge getting developed. Negative charge getting developed. So that means what? How easily that negative plate is filled up with the charge. Okay, because if you want to have a capacitance, that positive plate should consist of the positive charges. The upper plate, top plate should consist of the positive charges, and the bottom plate should consist of the negative charges. So So the very easily you induce the charges, your capacitance is very high. Okay, see, some system is charging you. How easily you are accepting that charge. Okay, battery is giving charge to the capacitor. Okay, how easily that capacitor is accepting that charge. That means how easily it is getting induced in the plates. Okay, that is decided by the distance. Okay, that is decided by the distance. That's why when d is less, more easily charges can be induced on the plate. Okay, please note down very clearly. If d is less, what is actually happening? If d is less, charges are easily getting induced on the plates. Charges are easily getting induced on the plate. So capacitance is high. So capacitance is high. Okay, our aim is charge. We have to somehow increase the charge value. Okay, the more easily you are accepting the charge, you are having more capacitance. You are having more capacitance. Okay, this is the basics of the capacitance. This is the basics of the capacitance with respect to dimensions. Okay, with respect to electric field, we will see what is the electric field of the capacitor. Okay, and you know that positive place consists of the charges, say like this, and a negative plate consists of negative charges. And then what will be the direction of this one? The direction of this one is rho s divided by 2 epsilon, and similarly the direction of this one is rho s divided by 2 epsilon. In this case, the arrow mark will be towards the line, rho s divided by 2 epsilon and rho s divided by 2 epsilon. Okay, clearly outside the plate, see, outside the plate, rho s by 2 epsilon, here also rho s by 2 epsilon going in the opposite direction. So there will not be any electric field. There will not be any electric field outside the plate. Okay, so what is the equivalent structure? So finally, you will have only field inside the plates. Field inside the plates. That too, how much field? See, finally, effectively, you will have field from plus to minus. That too, that value is rho s divided by epsilon, because you have to add these two value. This one with this one you have to add. Okay, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 is what? 1. So rho s by epsilon. So finally, your field will be going from positive plate to the negative plate. Okay, your field will be going from the positive plate to the negative plate. Okay, you take any capacitor, the field will always go from the positive to negative. Okay, that is our discussion also. Whenever you are having positive and negative charges, definitely the field will go from positive charge to the negative charge. Okay, positive charge to the negative charge. Now this is the electric field value. This is the electric field value, and say this is the distance d, and say this is the distance d. And now you take these dimensions. Say for example, this is x is equal to 0 and this is x is equal to d. Okay, x is equal to d. Already electric field is in this direction. Okay, electric field is in this direction. Okay, from towards downside. Okay, towards the earth. Suppose I want to move from here to here. I want to move from here to here. I am having some charge. I want to move from here to here. Then how much potential, how much voltage, how much energy I have to spend? Okay, in the morning we have seen the potential that you have to spend. V is equal to minus integral. What is the electric field that is opposite to you, and in which direction you are going? In which direction you are going? So once if you do this integration, and clearly minus integral rho s divided by epsilon dl, I can take it as dx. dl I can take it as dx because I am moving in the dx direction. Okay, increasing direction of dx. Okay, integral dx, and again the limit varies from 0 to d. Limit varies from 0 to d. So is it correct? Limit varies from 0 to d, and I think some minus plus problem is there. Yes, anybody? Initial to final. Yes, okay, that anyway that minus we will clarify later. So once if you do not worry about that minus, anyway, that will clarify later, you will get rho s d divided by epsilon. What is the voltage you are getting? Rho s d divided by epsilon. Okay. And what is this value? Rho s d divided by epsilon. Okay. Anyway, you know already what is Q. Q is equal to CV. Q is equal to CV. And please, today you do homework whether is there any relationship between these two or not. Whether can you form any relationship with these two. Anyway, you know what is rho s. Okay, rho s is very simple. Rho s is equal to again how much charge you are having is equal to rho s into A. Surface charge density in A. What is the Q value? Rho s into A. And please, you know this one. Okay, you know this one. We have newly formed this one. Is there any relationship between all these things? Just go through today whether is there any relationship. Already you know what is C. C is equal to what? Epsilon A by D. Okay, just you interrelate all these formula whether all are true or not with this. Okay, because we have derived the voltage of the capacitor with help of the understanding that we have got today. Okay, what is the voltage actually? Okay, this is the basics of the capacitor and what is the direction of the electric field. Okay, and it is very clear that in capacitor the electric field will be always in this direction. Okay, from positive plate to the negative plate, positive plate to the negative plate. And quickly we will see in a series combination what is the value, in parallel combination what is the value. Okay, capacitor series and parallel. Anyway, that is very simple, you know. Capacitor first parallel, capacitor parallel combination. Okay, so if more than one capacitor are connected in parallel, say this is C1 and this is C2, then what is the effective capacitance? Simply C is equal to C1 plus C2. If they are connected in series, 1 by C equivalent, 1 by C equivalent is equal to 1 by C1, 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. Okay, if it is C1 and C2 and C3. Okay, this is parallel and this is for series. And the next question arises, when we should go for parallel combination, when should we go for series combination, when should we go for series combination. Okay, see, whenever you are in parallel, what will not change? The voltage will not change. Whenever you are in parallel, voltage constant. Okay, then voltage is constant. Okay, that means what? Voltage of the capacitor 1, voltage of the capacitor 1 is same as the voltage of the capacitor 2. Then what is the need of connecting these two in parallel? I have clearly told you this consists of some charge, this also consists of some charge. They are connected in parallel, that's okay, but effectively you are having more charge. Effectively the charge can go from either from C1, if C1 charge is over, it can go from C2. Okay, so that means what? You are having some voltage. Okay, if you are having multiple capacitors with the same voltage, you can connect in parallel so that your time of operation can be increased. It gives current for longer duration. To get current for, when we go for this combination, to get current for longer duration, to get current for longer duration. Okay, when we should go for capacitor parallel combination, to get current for longer duration. And when we should go for series combination. Okay, in series combination, what is constant? Current is constant. Okay, in series combination, current is constant. Definitely if it is C1, it will have some voltage, it will have some other voltage, it will have some other voltage. Okay, then when we should go for this combination, series combination. Okay, when you need a larger voltage, say for example 100 volt, but you are not having 100 volt capacitor. Okay, you are having 10 volt capacitor, then you can go for series combination. Okay, to get large voltage, from less rated capacitance, less rating means what? The voltage rating is less rating capacitance. Okay, because you should know whenever there are two combination, what is the need of this one, when we should go for parallel, when we should go for series. Okay, this is the basics of the capacitors. Okay, So, is there any doubt in this so far? Any doubt in? Or if there is no doubt, I will go to simulation part. Yes, Karthi. Hello.
Sir, சொல்லுங்க sir.
Simulation part போலாமா? Yes.